Greetings. And welcome to day 6 of the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge 2019 by Anthony Don here on YouTube. You probably have guessed I'm like power recording right now. I'm trying to do a couple, get them in the queue, ready to release, because I have kind of a busy weekend coming up. So anyway, and I also like this next question. I wanted to answer it because I had to think about it and for a minute, and then the answer came to me so quickly. I don't even know what's the matter with me. Okay, it's the deck you finally crossed off your wish list in 2018. Well, I had quite a few on my wish list from time to time. I've taken to the habit of putting a wish list up on Amazon because I found people will actually buy things for me if I put them on the wish list, like my children and my grandchildren and things, and I thought that was really kind of cool. And then they know they're getting me something like, I don't know, that's such a simple thing, but it never occurred to me in the past that anybody would want to buy me a tarot deck. Well, my grandson bought me this deck this year. He gave it to me for Christmas. And I have to say, it's going to surprise you that this has been on my wish list for so long. It's been on there quite a while. I don't remember who I saw do a review on it first, but it just struck me as something really cute that I might want to use if I ever did like a party for people or whatever, like a shower, bridal shower party. Or I don't normally do that stuff too often, but when I do have some kind of a group reading situation, I like to have something appropriate for the theme, and that's really why I bought it in the beginning. Also, I thought it'd be cute to have in my collection. Yes, I say collection. I don't have a collection, but if I had a collection, it'd be cute to have. Anyway, I'm talking too much again. It's called the Housewife's Tarot. Yes, the Housewife's Tarot, and I'm a housewife, so I thought that was appropriate. What I love about it, it's very... oh my goodness, it's very nostalgic for me. It's set up, it's from very 1950s kind of style. 50s and 60s when I grew up. And, excuse me, I'm eating my hair. It's set up like a little recipe box, kind of recipe box that my mother would have had. And when you open the box, it even really has, it is set up like a recipe card file inside. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. It's just cute. And they actually have recipes here on the back of the file. Here's a divider for the major arcana, and on the other side is a recipe for the icebox fortune cake, which is adorable. And then, of course, the minor arcana has a recipe for divinated eggs. Divinated. And it says, oh, that's so cute. You'll never go back to deviled eggs once you've had them divinated. I don't know. That's kind of just funny. I don't know what that means. But anyway, there's a little book that comes with it, of course, which is as cute as a bug. It's cute. Loves the same little print with a little toaster on the top, and it has the cutest little pictures of inside. I don't think you can see them, so I don't need to really bother turning them around, but they're very, they're retro. They're pictures of images that you would see during the 1950s into the 60s. What years are this? Oh, it's supposed to be the 50s, 1950s, and I was born in the 1950s, so this is really very near and dear to me. Why do I want to share this with you? I want to tell you why I want to share this with you. Because like everything else, you think you're getting like a joke. You think it's going to be a joke. And some of the things that you think is the biggest joke are some of the most insightful things. Like some of the depictions. Of course, here's the Fool card. She's running off and everything's flying from her purse. She's trying to get from here to there, and all of the stuff in her purse is flying out of there. And we have the Magician selling us I think that's an automatic dryer. Remember when we got an automatic dryer? That was magic for my mother for sure. Here's the Empress, Recipes for Success as a cookbook. The Emperor is when processed foods started coming out, canned foods. Here they have evaporated milk. They don't use the real names on here because it would be an issue, but It's supposed to be like Nescafe coffee, or Sanka, which is decaf coffee, evaporated milk, canned beans, and sloppy joes. Man, much in a can. The evaporated milk just makes me sort of tear up a little bit. My father always had evaporated milk in the refrigerator, in the cupboard. That's how he made his coffee. That's how we made hot chocolate. Here's the High Priestess, which is the secret syrup. If we didn't even know what this was, right? It's not even maple syrup. It's some kind of other stuff, but it was wonderful. But this is where I really got excited about this deck. This is where I really got excited about this deck. When I saw the Hierophant. The Hierophant was the television. Depicted in this deck as the Hierophant was the television. What is the authority in our life? What was the authority? What did the authority become in our life in the 1950s? Was the television. Here's what it says about the Hierophant in the little book here, the instruction book. Okay? If you've got questions and need answers, grab the TV guide and switch on the boob tube. The Hierophant offers many answers and reveals secrets on every station. It is a wise but undiscriminating oracle that broadcasts both family-oriented and adult programming. Yes, the reception is crystal clear, but you may not like what you see and hear. I have to tell you, of course, growing up with television became a thing. We had very little channels to watch. Very few hours of the day we could watch. We only had a couple stations we could get. Everything was an antenna. We lived on a hill, so our antenna, every time the wind blew, the antenna moved, and we had to go back and readjust it to get a picture. But we used to sit with our faces like this to the TV because, first of all, that's how you could see it, but secondly, it was everything to us. It was our connection with the world. Literally, our connection with the world. I saw the Beatles' first appearance on Ed Sullivan, and I was this close to the TV and just screaming along with the girls screaming. I saw Walter Cronkite announce that President Kennedy was dead, and we cried with Walter Cronkite. Howdy Doody, Captain Kangaroo, Romper Room, Gunsmoke, some of the shows that we watched, it molded who we are today, right? Just like the church. Many of us, we were molded by the church. But then what happened? The church got too big. The church got too big and too much in your face, hand in your pocket, right? Telling you everything, telling you what's good, what's bad. Stop telling you about Jesus. Stop telling you about God. Start telling you about, things that were bad, things that were, people that were bad. What happened to the TV? We went the whole gamut with the TV. We went for cable so we could get every channel, everything, the full gamut, right? Now we don't hardly watch TV. We stream things, mostly on YouTube or Netflix, because this has become like a false god, just like the Pope has become like a false god. This deck really makes sense to me. It just really hits me where I'm home, The Lovers. I can tell you stories. The Chariot. This is, my mother, my to-be mother-in-law used to drive my boyfriend and I, my to-be husband, around in her Comet station wagon. Strength. The scrubber pads. The Hermit in the tub. Justice. This is one of my favorites. The spoon. Getting the spoon. In my family, it wasn't the spoon. It was the hairbrush. These cards are simplistic. To somebody young, they mean nothing. But to somebody my age, they are the world, which is the recipe book itself. So this was something that, I was so happy. My grandson loved that man, young man, loved him so much. He wanted something that I would really love, and he was so excited that I put this on my list. He thought it was real fun. He thought it was fun to look at. kind of thinks it's silly. He's 19 years old, so of course he thinks Grammy's a little silly. But he understands it. He gets it. He does get it. So anyway, that was my deck that was on my wish list, and I'm going to keep putting things on my wish list because if my family's going to buy me stuff, I'm right there. Because I'm not buying myself stuff this year. Depth year is a depth year, so I'm going to try not to. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that a little bit. I'd be anxious to see what deck you had on your wish list that you finally got. What kind of a deck it was. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Again, I am Rebecca, and I wish you blessings.